This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides...
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he had a nifty little deep juke move, but he stopped shortly thereafter. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have to contend with a 3rd and 13.
No, that wasn't an explosive run. That wasn't one that took it all the way to the house. But, boy, for a team that's had trouble running it the entire game, that's the kind of run they need, hopefully, to get themselves kick-started.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. In trouble, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
The Browns send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Look at the spin.
Balance.
A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
7 yards remain now on 3rd down. They'll come out in the pistol. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on 3rd down. 3rd down now following the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to have the first down as he's up to his own 13-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level play.
They're going to look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I know you got a baseball background, right?
A little bit. Started minor league ball.
Yeah, you did some of that, right? What do they do when they do the signals? An indicator, right?
Whether it goes or not, yeah.
Yeah, whether the play's on or not. How about the indicators offensive linemen give when they're getting ready to run a screen pass? And if those get red, well, we just saw that there, didn't we?
No gain.
No gain. Deciphered it and finished the play off.
So a change of possession here on the punt. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
All right, here we go. Blue 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down.
Green 39. Green.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Give them a lot of credit. They ended up running the ball on a key 3rd down situation. They were staring 3 and out in the face and found a way to flip the script and keep the ball moving on offense.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And they brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy, let him pick up the first down.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain down to about the 33. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
Hey, we got three. 3-19.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he slides to avoid the hit. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that's going to make it 4th down. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this won't make it. Off the crossbar and no good. And a big letdown there as this remains a tie game. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up. But you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. And wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It's good for a gain of 7, but still a few inches short here with 4th down coming up.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
And his throw here is incomplete. So the grab there by the defense, the holding penalty call. It's a gain of 5 on the play. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
That was a nice play by the defense, but the offense can't let that one play define them. Let it go, move on, and start over again.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. And the Browns offense back out there ready to take over. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Second down to the offense in search of 6 yards. They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll set up to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. And the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This will be fielded at the 17. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, it's time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. 2nd down following the run.
Now let's go. Blue line it. Blue line.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he's into the clear. Past the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs are going to take the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
A try here for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here comes the defensive unit for the Buccaneers as they get set here. They were able to force the 3-and-out last time, led to the punt, and then led to a touchdown for their crew, so they'll be looking for a little bit more of that, Charles.
Well, I think that they created the spark with the 3-and-out. Gave a little momentum to their offense, who said, all right, appreciate it, guys. And they took the ball downfield and stuck it in the end zone.
And the defense wasn't out there long. They'll be trying to keep it short here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because This is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So they almost turn it over there. Scary moment. Second down here.
Let's go. Brand 38.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. And with this guy, I don't know that you're surprised when he has back-to-back games like this. He just keeps excelling.
What I like about him is that every year he doesn't settle for being one of the best in the game. He tries to make himself better. Almost like those great basketball players. I remember hearing about Kobe Bryant wanting to add something to his game every offseason. Magic Johnson, what do I need to work on to get better? Michael Jordan had that fadeaway before his career was over. Those are the best. Even though they're at the top of their game, they find ways to get better.
Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like. Like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
6 yards here to go for the offense on second down. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's got time in the pocket. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the fourth quarter, and they got a big one.
That's such a close game, a very big one. And he comes back with one complete. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That's caught at the 3. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Second down, the ball on the 2 here, 2nd and goal. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I guess they're thinking their hands were tied, but in the 4th quarter, that field goal, it really might not help them much at all.
Yeah, I mean, you still need a touchdown. Another field goal does you no good, so it'll be interesting to see what the media reaction is if the score stays where it is.
Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. So at the start of this game, it looked like the defense was wearing him down a little bit. Now you look at the numbers, that's kind of flipped.
Yeah, I agree with you totally, and his offensive line has really started to play well. And the best offensive line coaches that I've ever talked to, when they have great runners, you know what they tell their guys? Relax, you don't have to be perfect. Get as many guys as you can, but if you leave one free, the great runner will either make him miss or go through him. So don't worry about that. You don't have to be so precise. Just go ahead, block some people, try and create some room, and allow him to go to work.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. And the defense in desperate need of a stop. They have to get off the field and get the ball back to their offense if they want a chance. They'll set up a throw. Going for the deep ball. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. He's been terrific so far. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. That's taken on the 25. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now the Browns offense trots back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. He'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they run successful.
The Browns send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. The Browns defense getting ready. They do have all 3 timeouts remaining, but a 1st down likely ends this thing.
And it looks like they are, to coin a phrase, on the defensive here, right? But in fact, the team on offense has to be really careful because they're going to attack like crazy. They've got to cover the football, make sure they don't turn it over, and still find a way to finish off this game despite the...
And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. They come out here in the eye. Now a handoff here to his running back. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. Third and 4, and on the outside they're playing press coverage. And he'll give it here to his running back. And some space here. And he's brought down after a good gain. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
And now here's a carry heading left. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
And they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And quickly they get to the line. Back to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So deja vu all over again. Another good week. And sometimes maybe, because the defense doesn't look that bad, maybe this is just good offense beating good defense in his case.
I like that, because we always want to point out that there's a breakdown or someone made a mistake or there was an error.
Here we go.
Sometimes it's exactly as you described it. Sometimes they just made better plays, and that's what he's been doing for the last 2 weeks.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver with his third touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Browns have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter.
And touchdown, and congratulations, and zero relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Yeah, part one is done, but now on the sideline, you can already see them scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time.
They practice all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Second down following the incompletion. He's back to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Back to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And they pick up the first down there with a gain of 4. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They'll look to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he goes out right around the 39. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd and 10.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. 20 yards on the pickup there. And the Buccaneers are going to have a 1st down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. And he'll spike it here with 13 seconds showing on the clock. Ten yards still left on 2nd down.
Let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
This is taken at the 3. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And they'll go on the ground. And an alley to run. He's at the 40, the 20. And he's in. Are you kidding me?
How do you give that up?
One of the most improbable ways to finish a game. And they do win it on the final play. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
And with the lead, no chance of a return spoiling this one here on the PAT. It is up and through, and there is your final margin of victory. Is on the final play, they win it by a touchdown. Well, that was a fun game to witness, partner. A touchdown there at the very end to win this thing.
And that's really where the emphasis is, right? The touchdown to win it. I know that they put a little on top, right? What's your favorite dessert? You know, what do you put on top of your favorite dessert?
You put whipped cream. Maybe a cherry.
There you go. The whipped cream, the cherry, whatever you want to talk about, that's what they put on it. But the story, the touchdown to win it, that's how they got it done.
So for Cleveland, they continue to cruise through this first half of the schedule as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. Good night, everybody.